What teas are safe for children? Parents want to give natural remedies to their little ones, but what about allergies? Are there any side effects? What teas and herbs are safe and effective? We're going to answer these questions and more in this video. Zenz has hundreds of videos on healthy organic teas and herbal remedies. To learn more, visit the website zenztea.com. Some of the side effects of implementing natural remedies are healthy and more regular loose stools. I'm not talking about explosive diapers. No, I mean a more regular schedule that your body, your little baby's body, is developing. Because if our children are eating healthy and implementing natural remedies on a regular basis, not that it's the baby, but it's actually the parents, they are likely going to experience healthier levels of sleep, less stress, and a faster recovery on any of the bumps and bruises that children naturally get. Teas and herbs are great, but they're not for everyone. If children are breaking out in rashes, hives, or they're vomiting multiple times a day, that may be a serious illness and you will want to see a medical physician immediately. Teas and herbs are more preventative and dealing with natural dietary issues. History will show you that teas and herbs have a long track record of helping moms with their little ones. What teas and herbs are the most effective? What is trusted? That is a geographically based question because not every herb grows in every environment. So what cultures have been using tea the longest? The Persian Middle Eastern community has been using teas for centuries. They've used peppermint, different flowers and herbs to help their little ones, and one of the most effective and time-tested is peppermint tea. Peppermint is a cooling agent, and if you've ever looked at herbal tisanes, you'll see that peppermint is often the base for many teas. Why is that? Well, it's caffeine free, it mixes well with other herbs, it's easy on the body, and it's nice and tasty. Peppermint is a very palatable tea. That is, a lot of people enjoy peppermint. Peppermint is an easy to grow green herb that grows in virtually every environment. You can cook with it, you can make ointments, and parents implement it in their children's diet. Slowly but surely is the most effective way to introduce teas and herbs to your children. When children start eating, you don't want to just give them a smorgasbord of fruits and vegetables and herbs. You want to go ingredient by ingredient. The number one tea that's used in most herbal tisanes is peppermint tea. Chamomile tea, it's a universal Latin American favorite. Chamomile tea, also known as manzanilla, is a very nice relaxing tea. It is caffeine free, it's easy to ground up into a small little powder and introduce it into water. When you are giving your children tea for the first time, you want to make sure it's very diluted. Chamomile, it's a nice yellow flower tea. It produces a nice flavor that is easy to consume. Moms often give their children chamomile when they are teething or they have an upset stomach. It's a nice relaxing tea that helps children who may be a little anxious calm down. How many moms would like a fussy baby who's teething to calm down? Rooibos, a South African redbush tea that's related to the honeybush. It's a little sweet, there's no caffeine, and it's rich in minerals. Many natives of South Africa use rooibos when they're pregnant. Why? Because it helps with cramps, muscle pains. It's a natural anti-inflammatory. And little babies, when they're growing up, their bodies are going through so many hormonal changes. Their bodies are growing up overnight. Rooibos is a safe tea that many moms have been using for centuries. You can mix rooibos with different teas and herbs, including peppermint and chamomile. When you start mixing teas together, especially for your little ones, you want to do it one ingredient at a time. Be safe, be slow, and ideally you would be meeting with a nutritionist to talk about your diet. Because moms, if you're breastfeeding, if you're drinking chamomile, rooibos, or peppermint, well, that gets passed down to your little ones. When it comes to allergies, it's very important to understand that little babies, their palates are being developed. Moms and dads, if you have any allergies, there's a significant chance that your child will also have those same allergies. Fortunately, these teas and herbs are naturally grown, and we build up natural immunities from the animals, the plants, the birds that interact with these different herbs. Whether it's peppermint, chamomile, rooibos, there are several different teas and herbs available for your child. I want to give a disclaimer. I understand that rooibos, chamomile, and lavender are its own separate species. The tea plant, its botanical name is Chamomile sinensis, is an actual tea leaf, and it does carry caffeine. You can slowly introduce caffeine to your children, but it really depends on what you're comfortable with and the health of your child. No child is the same. That means what works for 90% of the children may not work for you. And that goes for medication, diet, sleeping. There is no universal diet or tea for any child because there is no universal child. And if a child is growing up on teas and herbs and natural organic foods, then it will build up a natural tolerance and palate for natural remedies. When it comes to natural remedies, a big factor is the parents. If the parents are eating healthy, if they're drinking organic, if they're implementing natural remedies into their life, it's very likely that the children will be able to implement natural remedies into their diet. We hope you found this video helpful. If so, give it a thumbs up. If you have any testimonial or suggestions of teas and herbs you've implemented in your little one's diet, please leave them in the comment below.